I need your advice on the Ruud furnace complaints I've heard. It is a cheap brand, but I do not know whether or not the complaints are a valid reason not to buy the brand.
Their flame sensors go out way too often, which means you're sitting in the cold waiting for a repair person.
Maybe you need to clean it.
That's even if you clean it or pay for someone to maintain the furnace for you. It will die every other winter, if not every winter, for that reason alone.
That's reason enough to complain about the furnace.
The circuit boards die periodically too.
So did the one in my fridge, and I cannot say it did not do so hot, because the fridge overheated.
That would only be true if the fridge caught fire, which very few of them actually managed to do.
And most of those were Maytag or others made by their supplier. That's one reason why I'm not even looking at a Maytag or Nordyne furnace.
There are jokes that Ruud furnaces are the ones that fail Rheem's quality checks, and their quality standards are not as high as Train.
I've heard that Train does the same thing, selling those that do not meet their high Train standards as American standard.
Regardless of the label, Rheem and Ruud both have Ruud customer service. They are reluctant to give you information to get your own air filters and replacement parts.
I consider that enlightened self-interest on the part of the business. Kind of like selling you a Goodman furnace, a low upfront cost and constant repair bills afterward.
The control boards and wiring tend to go on the fritz, shutting down at random but only sometimes coming back on.
I'm assuming that's not due to a power fluctuation. If there is a brownout in the neighborhood, electric furnaces going out is not a surprise.
No, I'm talking about resetting the furnace at 2 a.m. though the lights in the house still work.
I'd complain about that after having to do it a few times.
The worst part about the customer service is that if they find the randomly rebooting furnace to be defective, Ruud is just as likely to charge you to install a new one even if it is new.
Warranties rarely cover labor anymore.
I'm talking about the cost of a new furnace if your nearly new furnace is defective.
I've heard people say Ruud furnaces are temperamental.
You want a furnace that maintains the temperature and does not need to be fixed every winter as a part of your winterizing.